We are back with more City of Heroes. We are doing the Croatoa arcs. And we're on part 2 with Skipper Lagrange, trying to figure out the secrets of the of why Croatoa is shifting into the spiritual realm. Or a mercenary trick arrow mastermind. The two worst power sets in the game. Just for fun, you know. And as someone who is completely reliant on technology and whose powers basically come down to shooting little arrows with special heads on them, we are totally qualified to deal with a massive magical mystery. So, the last mission we did was to assault the Fearblog pumpkin-headed abominations and figure out why they are kidnapping people. The answer to that is that their ancient enemies, the Red Caps, have trapped them in this mystical world. So, we've not heard of the Red Caps quite yet, so... Or, well, my character hasn't heard of them. And we have explained to Skipper Lagrange, a journalist, what's going on. This is an ugly story, Guns and Roses. Based on what you found, it sounds like the Fearblog blamed the Red Caps for trapping them in the mystical world of Croatoa. Have you had any encounters with the Red Caps yet? Well, you'll want to watch out. We're not talking about cute little brownies here, no siree. The Red Caps are some of the most vicious, deadly creatures I've ever seen. I don't blame the Fearblog for being afraid of them. Or the Fearblog. The Fearblog have been battling the Tuatha De Danann for centuries, and things haven't gotten any more friendly since the two groups have been trapped in Croatoa together. What's worse, this war is putting all of Salamanca in danger. If you could help push the Tuatha out of New Comet, it might go a long way to reducing violence in the area. Oh no, it's a street hunt. We go find some of the Tuatha De Danann that are within this vicinity. There's some. I like the music in the game, but it was a bit too loud there. The effects aren't a little quiet. That's one problem with streaming a game that I play off stream. I have to I don't play MMOs with sound on in general, so Yes, it is. Okay, so everybody's upgraded. Oh. Hi guys. You did decide to join in on this one. Thanks, Guns and Bozos. Hopefully this will quiet down around here. That should give us time to investigate the spell that's drawing Salamanca into the spirit world. I just got word from Gordon Bauer, mayor of Salamanca. Apparently the Fearblog have gotten their hands on a book of runes that the Salamancans were using to keep the worst of the monsters out of the village. They need the book back bad. Can you go retrieve it? Yep. Let's go do that. It's a pity the Fearblog have to make their home in these pitiful caves. After all, they were people once. But you upgraded? Good, good. Oh. Sleep wore off. I wish that he were AoE. Here we go. Let's just try to eliminate damage here. We're actually almost dead. No book yet. Guess I went the wrong way. Whoops. I think the next power I get's Disruption Arrow. That will be very nice. It's kind of like a sonic field. It's an arrow that produces a sonic field that reduces enemy damage resistance. So it'll be good to boost up damage. My pet's damage. Alright, everybody, catch up. could have lived without missing that. Send him away so I can refresh his level when I resummon all my other pets here. They don't level up automatically with you, so you have to refresh them to gain the level. Which is fine. You just gotta get rid of them and resummon them. That is level 27, so we've reached a new set of, or new tier for enhancements too. If I can steal this real quick. Yep, well, I'll just exit the mission. No reason to stay, it's something we've outleveled. So now we gotta take the book to the mayor. We'll make a detour on the way for that. That didn't go too bad at all in terms of the overall mission. I need to get the mastermind enhancement that allows me to, or that gives my pets a 15% AoE defense. I think that would help survivability against the mobs greatly. Whenever a mob has fireball, it makes life miserable sometimes. Alright. As much as I'd like to use these hold IOs that I have in my tray here, I'll have to wait. I did a bunch of crafting off screen to sort of empty some of my enhancements there. I need to, once the stream's sometime this week after the stream, I'll have to send all those recipes that this character can't use to someone else. Oh, I got a temporary power. Thanks, Guns Bozes. Without small objects of power like this one, I'm afraid Salamanca would be completely overrun. As a hero of Salamanca, you should have the protection of these spells here. Study the Rune of Warding. The knowledge of the rune will fade in time, but for a few days, it will keep you safe. This is not a, Oh, hey. I suppose I can put that in my tray. It's not based on uses, it'll run out no matter what. Let's hit up the base real quick and see what enhancements I can use in there. Sure. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. Change up. Nope. Nothing good in. Well, I had one good thing in there. The rest of these, we'll just talk to this dude. 2 accuracy, 2 damage. We have IOs there. Not that using dangling arrow all that much. 3 endurance reductions. Alright, we're good. Let's fly back to Skipper. And the boys got themselves into a fight on the way there with something that's making them miserable. Thanks for retrieving that book, Guns and Roses. You're giving Salamanca a fighting chance against the darkness. I've learned of a big battle between the Firbolg and the Tuatha. The more violence in Croatoa, the more danger all the village people are in. That means I need you to stop the battle. So, we have a defeat, all nice. Now that's something that technological based dude with a bow and a bunch of guys with guns can handle. I forgot where I put that enhancement. Oops. I don't mind having this empowering ward to blast things with. Three guardians. Whoosh. And for once, the medic dies last. Uh-oh. was a rough one. Alright, with the big boss gone, everything else here should be easy. Have a lieutenant. 2. Okay. Shoot. That's not at all what I wanted. Easy. Well, might as well do that while I have the opportunity. See if we can well, we got the 2 lieutenants down. Or no, we didn't. Now we got the lieutenants down. that's not exactly how I'd like to start a fight, but okay. That was with it. Everybody's dead. Oh, Tracy's just gonna die here. Maybe. Ooh, lad. That's a big room. Let's check out this other pathway first. Probably use some endurance reduction in my debuffs here. More levels, and this room doesn't look friendly either. More, as I was saying, some more levels, and we'll be in the vicinity where we get 3 slots every other level instead of, well, where we start getting more power enhanced slots as opposed to powers, so. I didn't think that group was gonna be super fantastic. It happens. Like I said, I need that stupid mastermind mastermind ATO thing. I have a couple of defense bonuses, but that's not quite enough. Just the massive boost to AoE defense is very useful. didn't quite help that this group was not exactly compacted very well. Oh, shoot, power. Oh well. Or something. There was apparently a named mob in that. That might have been why that group was a little more powerful than the rest. Maybe. So, Miach is probably in this room if I had to guess. Oh. Too close. I missed. He froze. It's not at all what I wanted. I don't imagine. Oop, well. Liam's certainly not going to be CC'd now. Clue. One of the Fearblock you defeated snarled, "Our eternal battle will not cease. You cannot stop our battle any more than your own deaths can. Defeat us and we will rise again to carry on our immortal world for all time to come." Oh, yeah. They're making big boasts. The Fearblock said that their dead warriors rise again to continue their war forever. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Common theme in folklore, eternal bloodshed, war without end, etc. But I have to admit, I feel, well, sad for them. They've been locked in combat all these years and not even death can still their rage. Guns and Roses, Krotoa is a dark and horrible place. I'm finally beginning to get that through my head. Guns and Roses were in big trouble. All this battling between Fearblock and the Tuatha has finally come to a head. The Fearblock have prepared an elaborate ceremony, one with roots dating back to the 1400s. It's very complex. It's going on right now. The Fearblock plan to push the Tuatha out of Krotoa entirely. The only trouble is they'll be pushed out into the nearest location in the real world, Salamanca. If we don't stop that ritual, Salamanca will be overrun by Tuatha De Danann with more Tuatha De Danann than you and I have ever seen. I seriously recommend you put together a team for this one. I gotta stop 30 Fearblock from entering the door. Ooh. Ceremony hinges on a big post and lintel doorway in New Connaught. As the Fearblock enter the doorway, they disrupt the separation between the real world and our spirit world, thus making it possible for them to eject the Tuatha into our reality. Once the 30 Fearblock enter the doorway, the process is irreversible. Now, if I remember right, this mission is a pain in the rear end. It's like waves and waves of ambushes. You hear 100 guttural voices lifted up in a foreign chant. Let's dismiss that. So I can go and fly up here without pulling a bunch of... Oh yeah, I think I remember this thing. It's not what I wanted. Oh. Like I said, this is a pain in the rear end mission. No, I don't. This is where I wish I had oil slick arrow really badly. Hey, we got the Fair Vlog killing badge. Nope. Here comes a group. Oh shoot. No, no. I forget the exact mechanics of this mission, to be honest. Like, I want to say each of these mobs will make a run for the door. Which means I'd really like to kill this group over here. Oh, well. Ain't got a choice now. Well, that's not at all what I wanted to do. I am 8 kinds of screwed here. That's probably gonna fail while I hospital. That is not at all what I wanted there. That's where you like want a Shivan or something. Now, if I'm right with how this... No. Those mobs are still there. They 3 up, and there they go. Oh, there they go. Yep. Well, got merits for it in the very least. I've come to terms with my death guns and bozos, so I ask you not to mourn me. If you want to do something for me, you can help me unravel the many traps of this strange land. Don't be afraid, guns and bozos. I know most of the ghosts you've met aren't exactly great company. Well, I'm different. I've had magic powers since the day I was born. Those powers used to keep me in touch with the spirit world. Now that I'm a spirit myself, they help me keep in touch with reality, and the guy's aggroed something somewhere. It's allowed me to retain my sanity and my personality despite my violent death. There are many others who haven't been so lucky. I'd like to help out my fellow ghosts and make peace with their deaths. Guns and Roses, I'll suspect you will find out how by studying the Tuatha. Can you go out into the wood and defeat a few of their number? Alright, another hunting mission. Oh, okay, where? I need to go AFK for one quick second. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. We'll get to hunting in 1 second. Alright. Well, we've got 4 right here. Level 29 minions, huh? Alright. It'll be fine. Oh dear. That's not a big deal. Like, just hang out in the trees, huh? Sorry about that. It's a pretty rough day for allergies. Ow. That was right in the face. We got a clue. The Tuatha story. One of the Tuatha you defeated gasped, Are you working for the Red Caps? They seem bent on making us miserable ever since they brought us here to fight the Fearblog so many months ago. They feared the Fearblog had become too strong since they were allowed to bleed into the real world last October. They brought us here to to help us, or brought us here to keep the Fearblog down, but we too have become their prisoners. So there's the Red Caps again. I'm not sure if this gets us any closer to freeing the ghost, but at least we are beginning to piece together the great puzzle that is Croatoa. I never realized that the Tuatha were recent additions to the spirit world. I do know that last Halloween, the Spanish Pantheon performed a great ritual that allowed the Fearblog to walk the real world for a brief time. I suppose that's what made the Red Cap enlist the Tuatha. They wanted to make certain the Fearblog they had imprisoned remained under their control, so they resurrected a terrible war. Thank you, Guns and Bo. I wish I'd known you when I was alive, Guns and Roses. I had a feeling we would have been friends. Perhaps these enhancements can help you. I'd be little use for them now. Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that storyline until I'm level 30. Sure. Well, I guess our trip here has ended. A bunch of first ward contacts. Roy Cooling, I thought I did this arc. Oh, we made our way, teleported over the Talos. Bunch of Praetorian stuff. Huh. Huh. Okay, well. I guess we didn't do this, guys. Arc, good to see you swung on by Guns N' Roses. I heard a whole lot about your efforts in making this city of ours a better place. The name's Roy Cooling, agent with the FBSA. Roy displays his FBSA ID long enough to see that it's genuine. I'm looking for the help of someone such as yourself. A little situation we've got ourselves regarding the Praetorians. Well, it's a bit more than the Praetorians. It mainly has to do with the metaport system that you supers rely on. You may or may not even be aware of the whole controversy going around with it. See, regular folks around here are ticked that they don't have metaporters. It wasn't too much of a problem earlier on, but now that we've had it for a few years, people are wondering why it hasn't been put out to the public. Now, there are a whole lot of reasons why we can't have it in the hands of the public. Pretty serious ones, too. I won't go into them, but I assure you that if folks over at Metacorp had the technology in the hands of everyone, they would. So, the Metaport system is effectively what keeps heroes from dying. It automatically evacuates a character when they become in danger, aka when you run out of HP, and teleports them to the nearest hospital. And when you're arresting a villain in universe, you tag them with a metaport thing, and which transports them to the medical facilities in the ziggurat. Anyways, issue we've got ourselves into is twofold. You should know right away that this information I'm telling you is top secret. Not even the PPD or the Longbow know about this. Now, those Praetorians, they've got enough tech that they figured out a way to disable our metaport systems when they invade. This means that anyone who isn't some sort of immortal or indestructible machine is going to die when this war starts. That's something we gotta make sure we avoid. The good folks over at Metacorp devised an upgrade to the Metaport powers to prevent this and put out an announcement that a stability upgrade was coming out for the system. It's too bad for us they did, to be honest. If they had let the FBSA know earlier, we would have told them not to announce anything. Now they've got a PR nightmare on their hands. The public outcry about Metaporters as not being granted to everyone is louder than ever, with a group called Citizens from Metaporters to be informed. Now, I wouldn't be too worried about this if it weren't for the fact that the new tech that was made has now gone missing. The one thing that's been protecting us from being stumped by the Praetorians is gone. That's why the FBSA sent me to personally look into the situation and why I've asked for your help. We've got to work down to track the missing tech. So, this arc is called Bad People, Good Intentions. Part 1, Everything and Nothing. We've got ourselves a possible lead with the help of Sergeant Stanfield in the PPD. Stanfield and his squad have been working tirelessly to track down where we might find the Metaporter technology. He says we might be able to make this an open and shut case before it gets too out of control. But we'll see how easy that'll be. Stanfield believes that a member of the family named Louis Dagger is behind the theft of the device. Now, Dagger has a rap sheet longer than my kid's Christmas list, but the PBD are having a hell of a time tracking him down. Lucky for us, Stanfield and his boys have it on good word that Dagger is coming in from an operation in Striga Isle to handle something personally in Talos. He is right nearby in a warehouse in the docks. Now I suspect that this might be as open and shut as Stanfield says, but it could be that my old age is getting the best of me. My wife tells me that I'm the kind of person who sees the glass half empty, but I prefer glasses to be full or empty, nothing in the middle. We've got a limited window of opportunity to bust Dagger and get his location out of the tech out of him. If we miss this, he'll be back in Striga and out to foreign waters. Oops. Oh, we got the gist of it. We gotta take down a hoodlum called Dagger, because he may have stolen some of the most important technology there is. Of course, given that this technology is so important, we wouldn't ever let anybody, say, hack into it and use it to teleport arrows directly into your enemies like, say, Manticore does. We wouldn't allow that at all, would we? No? Yeah. Yeah, that's something he totally does. He, manipulates the thing that's keeping all of the heroes from dying horribly, so that he can shoot arrows magically. Oh, we're back to good old human villains now. For a couple of levels. There's a lieutenant around here somewhere. Now, look how much easier that was compared to fighting Fearblog. That's one of the big things about this game. What you're fighting matters a great deal. Now, a Demon Mastermind would probably have a real easy time with the Fearblog because the demons have inherent fire resist and whatnot. Hi guys. Smashing and lethal. Guess what a bunch of guys with Tommy guns do? Smashing and lethal. So interestingly enough, the family bosses, the higher end villains, somehow have gravity control as part of their ability set. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure that was ever fully explained as anything other than they got a few gravity controllers in with them. Come on. Start shooting, guys. Maybe I'm just missing. Yeah, speaking of the gravity control users. Yeah, these notice how I don't immediately die terribly the moment I aggro two groups. Don't worry, we'll go back and fight more Fear Block later. Once I get to level 30 and unlock the story arc. I think there's 2 more in Krakatoa. Oh, hello. See, now the boss pet's dying a lot more than the others. You don't have a ton of AoE going on. Ah, sorry, had to sneeze there. Alright, whatever. I was gonna like try and use bodyguard and all that, however, seems like it might just be easier to let everything off the leash here. bloody well had you CC'd. Nose is starting to really get annoying. One of the family guys is complaining about the Sky Raiders, telling them they're not good enough to join. Which is kind of funny because the Sky Raiders are losers. The Sky Raiders are so bad that even with the Praetorian Silt, they still can't make a decent base. Yeah, they had, in one task force, they set up a gigantic portal operation, and it was still inside of a bunch of oil rigs strapped together. Now we get to interrogate him. Look, just stop, alright? I ain't cut out for this sort of rough acting. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Where we got the dine, what the deals are, what you want to know, you got it. I guess maybe they get their gravity powers from Superdyne. You can see the fear in Louis' eyes. Looks like for all his bark, he had no bite. He appears to be willing to tell you anything you need to know about the family. Where's the metaporter technology that you stole? What? I didn't steal no metaport tech. Now hold on. I'm telling you the truth here. I just want to get out of this easy, alright? Louis begins to ramble on about the various operations he was involved in. The list is fairly long, but none of it involves the metaporter technology. You notice in the surrounding area a few explosives. We were gonna toast this warehouse once we got all the dying in here out. Leave no evidence. Look, Guns N' Roses, you gotta protect me. Take me to prison. Whatever. But you gotta make sure those guys don't try to kill me. I told you everything you want to know. Can't you just do me one favor and keep me alive? And now, you can make a morality choice here. You can take Louis into see proper justice, or you can blow up him and all the drugs in the warehouse. What? You can't do that. What kind of hero are you? Kind that gets things done. So we're gonna blow the warehouse. Hey, why not? I am, after all, mastermind who just has my mercenaries gun people down anyway, so why not take the more evil route? Just look at that. That dude was running away and he still shot him. you get a badge for it. Oh no. It was just me, getting enough influence to, get a new badge. Good to see you back, kiddo. Well, sort of. You kind of went, well, a little extreme on that case, don't you think? What with blowing up the warehouse full of family. Now, normally I would have our agents in the FBSA come to detain you, but right now we don't have a lot of time for rules. Just keep in mind, though, that we're trying to enforce the laws here, not break them, alright? Anyway, the fact that Louis had no idea about the Metaport technology makes me a little worried. Stanfield told me that we would definitely find something there. Either Louis was hiding something or Stanfield was wrong. Given how you said Louis acted in his last moments, I'm inclined to believe that Louis told us everything you know, which means we might have an issue with Sergeant Stanfield. What's next? Part 2, Times Are Changing. I get the distinct feeling that Stanfield was lying to us, Guns and Vizzes. That's just me, however. I tend to jump to the worst case scenario. My wife says it's pessimism, but I say is being prepared. Whatever the case, we need to meet with Stanfield and get some answers. Either the intel he got was wrong, or he has some sort of reason to lead us on a wild goose chase. I spoke with Detective Rico down at the Talos precinct, and he told me that Stanfield is supposed to be playing guard duty at a conference going on today. Remember the citizens from Metaporters? Their leaders, a man named Lawrence Hawkin and some sort of other higher-ups are supposed to meet with the president of Metacorp, Lucas Zanella. Lucas is going there to try and come to some sort of middle ground and appease the group, without being able to give them what they want. Pretty tall order, don't you think? Possibly. Where's the conference taking place? It's happening in a nearby office building. Should be simple enough. All you need to do is get there and meet with Stanfield. Find out what went wrong and be prepared for him to dodge any of your questions. You might need to put a little force behind your questioning to get Stanfield to reveal what's going on. You've got FBSA's approval to do what needs to be done within reason. When you find out what's going on, give me a ring and we'll figure out our next step. Within reason. Does that mean I can tell Axel to set him just a little bit on fire? Oh, reasonable amount of on fire? Would that be okay? Up ahead, you see members of the protesters speaking very harshly towards a representative from the PPD. Apparently, the president of of Metaport has not arrived. So, the convoy with the president has apparently been hijacked or has vanished. Or, well, no, it was attacked by thugs, but you know what I mean. There's bad voodoo going on. I wonder if Stanfeld has any idea what might be happening here. So, now we go investigate. Finally, Hero, I saw everything. I was just driving along when all of a sudden these horrible thugs attacked the PPD van over there. It was horrible. The odd thing was that the PPD inside the van didn't put up much of a fight. I've seen them fight a lot harder against criminals. I swear, I saw thugs take some guy in a suit out. Weirdest thing too is that there was a PPD sergeant just talking with one of the thugs. So, oh, hey, I have I got a buddy. Meet Russell. I'm guessing he's just a special ops clone type thing. Can't imagine he's too special. Come on, Russell. We need to go into his sewers. And find the mole. We've got a mole. And we have rogue SWAT officers. Was Russell dead already? Oh, that didn't take long. Rip Russell. Maybe Russell got stuck outside. I have no idea. He must have got stuck on the sewer grate. Well, I went out to make sure that Russell wasn't out there. But maybe him and the special ops both got lost. Wasn't think my other special ops just might be having a little break. That's fine. I probably just used the power too fast, and the other special ops hadn't completely despawned as of yet. It's fine. Don't die, medic. Ah, here he is. He just bugged out and didn't appear on the pet list when I resummoned him. Game can be weird about pets. This should fix it. There we go. Well, that matters too much. Special ops are kind of garbage anyway. acid mortars. Dark armor? Dark armor, like, okay. I actually main a dark armor brute. That has been one of the characters I've had forever. It is really good once you level up and get some IO effects, or some set bonuses and all that. The Panacea proc, the Numia, all that sort of stuff. Once you get that and can solve your endurance issue, it's very endurance hungry. Shoot, hold on. Let me finish this fight. Because this is going very poorly. Now I'm not paying attention. Well, it won't be great for leveling, as far as that goes. Just because... Nah, I would say that if you're invested... willpower requires just as much investment as dark armor to be good. Because willpower also needs to get the whole defense cap thing going. The big thing for dark armor is that there are about 4 specific IOs you want to get as soon as possible. There is an accurate to healing proc that refunds endurance when you hit with it. It's easy, but you still need the monetary investment into it to make it as good. I mean, any set that's not stone armor or invulnerability is going to need IOing, and even invulnerability, it needs some level of IOs for the defense caps. I mean, radiation and bio armor are both really good as well. It's just those came out later, so they're... I mean, well, those never really made it live, so they never got the tuning passes, so they are a little overpowered. Oh yeah, they'll be easy, as far as that goes. And on a tank, most everything's going to be survivable, except for super reflexes. I mean, leveling as a tank is a little rough in general, just because your damage powers are your secondary, so you don't get the powerful stuff for your attack set until way late in the game. Masterminds are always going to have some level of issue progressing just because your pets are never going to be as powerful as they're never going to reach their full potential until you hit level 32. There are a lot of pet sets that don't have AoE until level 32. Like, especially until you hit level 26 and get the boss pet, there's a lot of mastermind sets that just have nothing for AoE damage. Like right now, I have one real AoE attack. That does make leveling a little slow. Like, I think zombies are one of the few that get those sort of tools right out of the gate. With the zombie tier 1 upgrade, they get their puke powers. Elmdale, what level are you? Demon in Time will be okay once you get higher level. Okay, that's... So you don't even have your full set of pets yet. That's... Masterminds most certainly feel weak until level... until you hit the... around level 24-ish. 18 definitely. I mean, if you want to tank and pump out damage, you're probably going to want a brute. They're better at that. And you'll get your attack powers later. Or you'll get your attack powers sooner than a pure tank would. And if you want a tank the tank AT and want a damaging secondary, you're fire. Fire is probably your go-to for that. Spines will do okay, but I mean both fire and spines, either one. I think spines a little endurance hungry. See, now I'm doing terrible because I'm not paying attention. Like, you'll do fine. Bio Fire Melee will probably do real good. Radiation Fires probably won't do bad. Radiation. Because I think Radiation Melee does decent damage. But I will say Demon's Time should be a good setup. As far as it will take you some time to get to where you feel okay, but like the demon, as soon as you hit 26 and, or well, as soon as you hit 24 and have the, oh, what is it? The Hellfire Gargoyle. I mean, one of Demon's problems in terms of leveling is that the first tier 2 pet is a support pet. The Ember Demon is more for support than for damage, so you're not quite good. You're not going to feel quite as good as soon as you hit 12 as some other specs would. However, if you're level 15, as soon as you hit 18, you get your third tier 1 pet. And for demons, that is a pet that actually has a great deal of minus resistance attached to it. So that will make you feel a little better. Like, I have a Demon's Pain manipulation, and she feels a lot better than I thought she would. Once I got to 24 and had the minus resistance pet and the, or well, both minus resistance pets, because I think the Hellfire Gargoyle has resistance attached to its attacks. And as soon as you get it, it has a damage aura, so. As always, some of the feel of strength in City of Heroes is based on what you're fighting. For instance, like a fire armor tank is going to feel really good fighting Fearblock because they do nothing but fire damage. But if you face something that is more focused on smashing and lethal, you're not going to feel nearly as sturdy. Like right now, I'm sort of having trouble because I'm not entirely paying attention, and the PPD SWAT are not a great match for this build. But the family that I was fighting earlier, I was shredding, because they were nothing but smashing and lethal, and all my pets resist that. But these guys mimic my power set in some manner. The traps and slows and all that are very similar to what I have. I just don't, I'm missing some of my tools. I don't have my I don't have two of my key powers for this set. And I'm also missing my second upgrade. And having the second upgrade and having my tier 1 pets with their full auto and flamethrower and long-range missile and all that would allow me to take these police down a little faster. And their debuffs wouldn't be so debilitating. My special ops would have holds that I could stack with my ice arrow and all that. things. Need to like maybe pay attention to what I'm doing. But bio armor fire melee should be fine for a tank. It won't do as much damage as a brute, but you will be able to afford to like sit in the offensive stance sooner than a brute would. Right. I actually gotta like pay attention to what I'm. Oh, hi. You're all stuck here. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I can't give you a good answer. Like I said, some of it's dependent on what you're fighting. Yeah, like the reason that Spine's Fire Brute is the quote-unquote AE farmer is that you can set up a mission that does basically a lot of fire damage and be completely immortal. Oh, shoot. Those stupid acid mortars. But no, I wouldn't give up on that demon's time. Like, the moment you hit 18, you will start to feel a little better. Stupid acid mortar. I mean, Demons is built a little differently from the other Mastermind sets in that all 6 of their pets are different. So you basically need all 6. I mean, all Masterminds need all 6 of their pets to feel good, but Demons is specifically unique in that regard. Alright. Now, why did you shoot over there? What are you guys doing? Guys? Oh, you're all slowed. Clue. Assault leader's true identity. You remove the mask from the leader of the thugs to discover the man is none other than Sergeant Stanfield. You refuse to say anything to you, insisting that you arrest him and get this process over with. Plot twist. No, not really. Alright. Alright, well, it is 7:30, so we're going to stop the stream here. Next week we will continue forth helping Roy Cooling handle the emergency with the metaporters. Thank you to everybody who came and watched. As always, you can, if you missed any part of the stream, you can see the VOD eventually on youtube.com/RadioPlaneswalker. You can watch it live, Thursdays, 5 p.m. EST. Subscribe on both Twitch and YouTube, hit like, comment, all that sort of fun stuff. So, have a good week everybody, and I will see you next Thursday.